wait. I had to interrupt you there. I didn't know you were already filming. You didn't say anything.
It's been filming.
There's no red lights.
Hey, what's up, hello? My name is Emma, and I am here today with my lovely boyfriend, Doug.
Scooch.
And my other lovely boyfriend, Phil. No, I was expecting some kind of reaction. This is Phil. And today we are going to be doing the Guess the Book Plot Challenge, where basically I take these two non-YA readers and I show them YA book titles, and they have to guess what it is about. So they can get points for doing anything like guessing the genre or guessing what actually goes on in the story, but you guys ready?
Yep.
You ready? Yeah, I'm sure you're ready. The first book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
About some kind of assassin.
Okay, well that's one.
And she's fighting for a throne of glass.
Not exactly, you still only have 1 point.
I don't think you can use the title in the description. Princess, maybe?
I'm gonna give you a point for that. 1 for 1. Anything else?
She's wrongly accused of something.
Ow. But what genre do you think this is?
I have no clue.
Really?
I'm not good with genres, you know?
Teen.
Yes, it's a young adult. That doesn't count either. I said it was young adult in the beginning. Are we sticking with 1-1 for this book?
Yeah.
Fine.
It's fantasy.
Figured.
Well, you didn't say that, so it doesn't count.
I know.
So basically, Throne of Glass is about this girl who is a renowned assassin, and we start off the story and she's in a prison for a year, and then the king sends someone to her to say, you're really good at killing people, so you can come and fight to the death to be my personal assassin, and then you win your freedom. The princessy thing comes into play in the other books, but I'm gonna give you the point for that. The next book is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I am gonna be so mad at you if you don't have like 6 points for this one. I'm just letting you know. Give me the guesses. All the guesses.
Alright, Shadowhunters.
Okay, 1 point. Congratulations, that's on the cover of the book.
Yeah.
So it's not really that impressive. I would think you would know more by now.
Alright, it's a really crappy love story.
Okay, fuck you, first of all.
You only know that because that's Emma's favorite genre.
I'm not giving you a point for that because it's not a crappy love story whatsoever.
It's pretty crappy.
You haven't read all the books.
You're gonna get so much hate in the comments.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, Emma, break up with him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I thought you guys would have like shit ton of jokes.
The last book I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline.
Which is a fantastic book.
It is my favorite
Doug
book.
didn't finish that one, so maybe I should just give you a point for that, just for reading that book. Ooh. Come on, guess. There's things.
Can I read the back and then give you
No,
my answer?
the back doesn't count. It doesn't even say anything on the back. It literally doesn't say like anything other than her other books. Genre,
It's fantasy.
plot.
No.
What'd you say?
No.
I'm gonna
okay.
say fantasy.
Okay, you get a point for that.
That's what I said.
But you said no, that doesn't count. So it's 1 for 1 for this book. Anything else?
Was he a knight at all?
No. That's a really good guess though.
Swordsman?
It's a very good guess.
Shadowhunters. This.
He did say Shadowhunters, that was his point.
Well, yeah, but it says it on.
Yeah, I
book.
know. I'm really surprised you can't tell me anything about the plot. And I talk about this.
What is a
Shut up, just
Shadowhunter?
pick it. Are we done? Because then I'm gonna explain what a Shadowhunter is when I explain the plot. Are we done?
As you can
There's
tell, I've
nothing else
watched
you can
none of
tell
your
me about
videos
it.
because they all say Shadowhunters.
Yeah, exactly. You really can't tell me anything else? You took me to see the movie.
I know.
I have all of those books because of you.
I know.
You really can't tell me anything else about Shadowhunters.
How long ago did you see that movie?
Like 2 years ago. That
There you
doesn't
go.
mean anything.
There you go.
But you've watched the show with me.
I was half
I
asleep.
talk about it all the time. Phil is like, what is this? Basically, the Mortal Instruments series is about a girl named Clare whose mother disappears, and she finds out that she is a part of this race of Shadowhunters, which is basically people that are half angel, half human, meant to kill demons. So she finds out that she's a Shadowhunter, that her mother was a Shadowhunter, and this group of Shadowhunters help her find her mother. You really didn't know that? I think we might have to break up after this video. The next book is called The Taking by Kimberly Durting.
Are those fireflies?
That doesn't get you a point.
Nothing to do with
but
it. I know. I'm
It
just
does.
asking.
It does
I couldn't tell.
actually. It has something to do with the point of this book that like you might know if you'd come across it.
Fireflies take their souls.
It's a pretty decent guess. Phil's just taking personal calls in the middle of filming.
I'm a businessman. I'm gonna have to say it's about maybe child abduction. Something about that.
I'm gonna give you a point for that. Maybe not like stereotypical, like what you'd see on the news child abduction, but I'm gonna give you a point for that because it definitely has to do with that. It's about a girl who gets abducted by aliens, and she comes back and finds that her 5 years of her life has passed. So everyone else has grown up, but she was taken by aliens, and she didn't even know that. So like, she was walking home one night and she saw this bright white light. She woke up.
When that happens.
That happens to you a lot.
That's right. Like, what the hell?
You have a collection of probes.
Oh God. No. Awkward it is
You
to
good?
get that.
Yeah, sorry. Me and Debbie just throwing back.
Throw back Thursday.
So basically, she wakes up the next morning and goes home and finds out that like 5 years of her life has passed, and like she later learns that she was abducted by aliens. The next book is called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven.
Nice post-it notes.
That has nothing to do with the plot.
You can't
but-
judge
It's
a
a
book by
novel.
its cover, dude.
Yeah, really. Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this video, is to judge a book by its cover.
Well, it's a
Well, I
novel.
mean, you can't
Yes,
judge a
it is
book by a
novel.
cover and get it correct.
There are things that would tell you things on it.
Is it
Main
the
characters.
story of a boy called Finch
Yes.
and a girl?
Name Violet.
Yes, but that doesn't count. Can you guess a genre? I will give you examples of genres
It's
so
romance.
that... Okay, I'll give you a point for that. It is a love story. I'll give you examples of genres so you guys like have an idea, because I know you guys don't read a lot of young adult. Anything in this pile is probably going to be fantasy, sci-fi, contemporary, or dystopian. One of the genres that I just gave you, and guess what the book is.
The third one you said.
With what did I
Yeah,
say?
begin with a C.
Contemporary.
Yes.
That one.
Doug technically guessed it, so I'm gonna give Doug the point.
Ah.
So right now it's 4-3. Anything else? Anything else that you can guess from this?
I'm gonna guess that in the story, someone moves maybe, and the other person has to find them.
That's a really good guess, but not exactly. There's like, I want more points. The title's a little misleading, if that helps you.
I mean, it
Goes
does.
to all
It
the
does
wrong
what it doesn't.
places.
Okay, not exactly. What's the opposite of bright?
Dark. Okay.
Does that help you at all?
All the dark places. Fuck is he doing in alleyways?
No, not
Trying to
exactly.
score
Doug.
some drugs.
Can't say it on the channel. Dark places. Can I give you any incentive as to what a love story about dark places might contain?
Prostitution.
No, Jesus Christ, Doug.
Maybe they only get to see each other at night or something. I
No,
don't know.
that's a good guess. Are we done for this one?
Yeah.
Are we done for this one?
No, wait.
Oh my God.
The relationship was frowned upon. And they
No,
had to
see,
keep
had
it a
you said
secret.
that for City of Bones, you would have gotten like 2 points because it's about incest.
Like, oh God. Why
You
the
didn't
fuck
know
do you read these? Why do you read them?
Because it's a beautiful love story.
A
Okay.
beautiful love story about incest?
Yes.
Then
You know nothing.
Confessions.
You know now you get me really worried.
Okay, so All the Right Places is a love story about two people that meet at the top of a bell tower when one of them is planning on jumping off. And it's their love story about like two depressed people who meet like based on one of them planning to commit suicide on somebody who has already like been in that place. So like the dark places being like depression.
Okay.
I would have thought maybe one of you would have gotten that, but I
We're
think
men,
we're
we're
up
not
to...
emotional.
The next book is The Selection by Kiera Cass.
I would just spend that much on the dress.
It doesn't say how much she spent on the dress.
No, but you can obviously tell it's expensive.
Maybe she didn't buy the dress. Give me guesses.
I'm gonna guess fantasy.
I would classify it more as dystopian, but that was a good guess.
Dystopian.
Okay, that doesn't count because I just said it.
I'm definitely seeing.
Some kind of princess competition.
Okay, I'll give you a point for that.
Alright.
I was gonna say inspiration from Cinderella.
I can definitely see why you'd say that, but I don't know if there's any actual, like, concrete evidence of, like, a Cinderella retelling. Is there anything
so
you
these
can
girls
guess?
are competing
Mm-hmm.
for this dude's. Like, this dude wants to get married.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
These girls.
You're on the right track. Well, like, what's so
That's his
significant
wife.
about the guy?
He's a prince.
Yes, that I'm
Okay.
gonna give you another point for that.
Okay.
She dies at the end. Spoilers.
Well, the series isn't over yet.
Well, I hope she dies. No, I'm kidding.
It's terrible.
It makes the story better.
It's true. That's
If
always.
no one dies at
the
the end, it's just like, oh, okay, so something happened.
I can't give you a point for that, but
I don't want your points anymore.
okay. So Doug basically said it. It's about a competition where girls from around the country get picked in order to compete for the prince's love. So it's kind of like a dystopian The Bachelor, if that gives you an idea. So like they're competing to be the next princess and the future queen.
Can I
Step
ask
3.
a question
Yeah, of course.
about the story?
Mhm.
Is there a character in there, like in The Bachelor, that's completely like fucked up the whole time?
No.
That's been funny.
I've never watched The Bachelor. Is that something that happens a lot where somebody's like...
Usually, there's someone who's very distraught.
No. I mean, there's a really skanky girl, but like that's probably the most of it. This is also a book catered to like 13-year-olds and 15-year-olds. The next book is called Cinder by Marissa Meyer.
This is a crappy version of Cinderella.
Okay, it's not a crappy version.
No, he's only saying it's crappy because it says Marissa Meyer. No.
She's a robot.
Okay, I'm gonna give you got that it was a version of Cinderella, and you got that it was a
Cinderella.
She's part robot, so I'm gonna give you 2 more points for that. Phil,
Okay.
you're really slacking. Jeez. Can you guess what genre it is? If it's about a robe?
I'm assuming it's fantasy.
No.
Dystopian.
No.
Damn.
I gave you 2 more options.
Is it sci-fi?
Yes, it is sci-fi.
She's a robot. Why didn't
No.
you guess sci-fi right away? It's like Cinderella on the moon, maybe?
Because you said moon, I'm gonna give you a point for that, because there is stuff that has to do with it in the moon.
Okay.
So, Phil gets another point. Anything else? You guys basically got a lot of it. So it's a retelling of Cinderella where she is part cyborg, and it's all about the sci-fi future that they're taking place in. Basically there are these people from the moon that are like aliens, and part of the story has to do with the lunars basically integrating with the king of New Beijing, which is where it takes place. So you guys did really good for that round. I'm pretty impressed.
It's because I got one.
The next book is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell.
Is it about a stalker? That'd be interesting.
No, but that would be a really interesting book about a stalker.
A fan contacts someone that obviously she's a fan of, and he falls in love with her, and they start having like a PayPal, like kind of like back and forth.
A PayPal?
No.
A PayPal.
Yeah, a PayPal.
Like they have an account where they can send money to each other. Doug, is that where
Yeah.
you're going with this? No,
Exactly.
not.
No, PayPal.
No.
Pen pal, that's what I'm looking for.
No, but that's another really good guess. Give me a genre.
Contemporary?
Yes, you get a point. Can you guess anything based on the cover?
Is she a writer?
Yes, you get another point.
Okay.
Since it's a book called Fangirl and she's a writer, can that give you any more incentive as to what she writes? Can you guess what kind of thing she writes, or what she might write about?
Is she a blogger?
Not really.
Write shippings of different anime characters.
A little bit closer, but not exactly. A little bit closer.
Okay, so she ships something.
I'm like pushing you in the right direction. These
Obviously-
guys, where do they come
he's
from?
obviously
2 different shows, maybe?
He's obviously
Or
A little
moving
bit
with the,
off track. A little bit. You're like in the right direction. So she's a writer. She's writing about 2 guys, and the book is titled Fangirl.
So she's writing fan fiction. about
Yes,
these two
that's she's writing fan fiction. That's another point.
guys. Okay, so she's writing fan fiction about these 2 guys.
Anything else?
is she
She writes-
she's writing fan fiction about
About-
2 of her friends?
Not
Maybe?
2 of her friends.
She
That's
has
another
no
really
friends.
you have like all these really good ideas for like books.
I don't know.
Yeah, book 2.
No, I wish somebody would write a book about booktubers. It's about this girl who writes fan fiction, basically about this world's Harry Potter. And so she ships, it's basically like shipping Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy together. And so she writes fan fiction about them, and it's all about her going to college for the first time and being like the super nerd. And being like in like a college environment. So we're going to get to the final one, which is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. Give me your guesses.
Fantasy.
1 point.
Witch assassins.
Not exactly.
There's some kind of magic in here.
Yes, but that's under the
I
spell
know.
of fantasy.
Yeah,
You don't
obviously.
get another point for that. I feel like the title is very straightforward.
No, she did something that turned her into a witch, maybe?
She was
And
already
she-
a witch from the beginning.
Oh. Well, maybe she casts spells that make people be honest?
You're on the right track.
I have no
But
clue.
not exactly. But like look at the title. Like the title is like so straightforward.
Truth Witch.
She's a witch.
Yeah, obviously.
She's a witch. We said she's a
We
witch.
got that.
So like what is her witchy power?
I said something about
Honesty.
What about honesty is her power?
can she read people's minds and see...
To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you both a point for that because you kind of bounced off each other. Yes, her power is that she can tell when someone is lying. So that's pretty good. Can you tell, like, do you have any ideas as to, like, why a book would be focused on a witch who could tell the truth?
If you gave us the title and, like, didn't show us the cover, it'd probably be easier. And I have no clue from this cover. Like, it throws me off so hardcore.
Okay. I'll put the cover down. So
I've
why...
already seen it. I've already been...
Why would someone write a book about a person who could tell the truth? What do you think, like, a book written about someone who can tell whenever someone's telling the truth would be?
I feel like being a detective would be perfect for that.
It
I know
would.
that's not the answer.
It's not the answer, but, like, it makes sense that, like, she would be...
She's wasting her powers. She could solve so many crimes.
Basically, Truth Witch is about a girl who is a truth witch who can tell when someone is telling the truth. And she's one of the rarer witches in the world. There's, like, a bunch of different witches.
Of course.
And so the Truth Witch is, like, the most rare and the most important in this world. Basically, everyone wants a Truth Witch, like, for themselves because, like, you can tell whenever someone's lying to you and you'll always know the truth. So it's all about all of these different kings and villains and people, like, racing after her to try and get her first. But, it was a pretty decent one. You guys did much better at the end than you did at the beginning, I think. So I think Doug won. Yeah. I'm pretty happy that you won on my channel. I've been really disappointed.
There was a bias.
There was not a bias. This was completely unbiased, but I'm still pretty impressed. I kind of thought that you both would only have like 5 points at the end of it. Yeah. You also didn't do very well on the Mortal Instruments one, which is the one that counted the most.
It doesn't... Okay.
I could have given you double points if you had done it really well, but you didn't. Thanks so much for filming with me, guys. Thanks so much for being on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is it, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!
This episode was sponsored by Audible.com.
No, it wasn't.
Please sponsor our channel.
I wish.